If Kyshawn George isn't on your radar, I don't blame you. The Swiss-born Canadian was the third first-rounder on his own team, after all. He didn't make the Rising Stars game, and received just one All-Rookie vote. The season-long numbers were abysmal, shooting 32.2% on threes and 46.4% on twos, while logging a higher turnover rate than assist rate. This combination put him in the Kyle Kuzma, Patrick Williams territory of damaging basketball. But the beauty of honing in on all 82 is that trends and developments emerge. Ones that escape the eyes of the general league viewer or the box score scanner. Which is what leads us to Kyshawn George. Let's be clear. For the first few months of 2024-25, George was an unmitigated disaster.
Catching up the guard, quick off, stick off.
Round the cross on the rookie George. Draws the foul.
Basically, we averaged over 30 against each other for a whole career.
Ray goes down on
Hawks covered it pretty well.
Yeah, Hawks have scored 8 unanswered.
Defensive stance there is down low. It kind of negates his height.
Wemby!
Matter down right there, going inside. Beautiful footwork.
Turning the ball over as much and make it a little tougher on them.
At a rapper, chopper hit him and he turned into a booty clapper. Smith and Wesson, a 4L gang reppin'. We done baptized more niggas.
Scary hours indeed. And yet, through all the young player blunders and brick jumpers and getting steamrolled on defense, one thing was evident. Kyshawn George sees the game differently.
Goodness, he does have 11
He does. I don't lie, Sean. Why would I lie to you? George, down to balance.
It's how you respond to it. Bring the good energy in the locker room still.
It was kind of what we thought we were getting in 2020 with the Denny
Washington led by
Aki
13 in the first quarter.
The
Kyshawn
connector
George
plays
kicks
that
it out.
amplify
Just
any
for three.
team.
Good again.
The defensive intuition moments that elude
Pocket
most.
pass for Cornette. Cleans it up.
Koulibaly into George. Nice pass in the corner to an open Sar for 3. The Wizards continue
George's
to struggle
processing
from
ability helped set him apart early from the two other first-round perimeter prospects, Bub Carrington and Bilal Koulibaly.
JP off the window. Carrington emerges.
When Bub and Bilal would eschew the ambitious
Comes
pass
Bub
for a
Carrington.
safer option, Kyshawn would try it.
Knicks faced a depleted Magic squad last night without them.
And he's one of 4 NBA players that average 30 points.
It's like establishing the running game early when you play
When
football.
Bub and Bilal would
Right
struggle
now,
with
by
finding
not shooting a lot
incisive
of-
angles and windows, Kyshawn would probe for something
Koulibaly
juicy.
Randolph with a full head of steam. It's going to be hard to stop him at the rim.
3-point game. Sar.
Second-year players. Getting some valuable experience here this season. Kyshawn, beautiful no look.
He was one of the few on the team that would routinely hit these options within Brian Keefe's set.
Goes inside.
What came next was perhaps the most intriguing breakthrough of the 2024-25 Washington Wizards. Kyshawn George transforming from strictly a glue guy to more of a shot creator. Yes, a shot creator on the 18-win Wizards. But even so, the outlines of something were there.
After losing in Northeast Ohio last week.
The big payback.
Here in D.C., we got 6 minutes to go. It's been all...
I'm thrilled to be back home. 13 and 8 here in the footprints and go. George. And that's
The most striking thing about George with the ball is his comfort operating with defenders near him or on his hip. The phrase "can't speed him up" gets thrown around with certain players, from an Andre Miller to a Paul Pierce to a Luka Doncic. Kyshawn George is in a similar vein. His methodical style gives him access to a wider range of counters to the defense. Now, much of this is by necessity. There's a reason why George wasn't a high-end lottery pick. Even with his 6'8" frame, he isn't an imposing athlete at all, which means he's fighting an uphill battle for scoring inside the arc and ultimately as an on-ball creator. George worked through various solutions for this athleticism gap throughout the season. The degree to which any of these land will determine his true upside in the league. The main thing is that the ball needs to go in the basket. George's off-the-dribble bag is very dependent on the hezzy, with lots of stops and starts, which requires the threat of a jumper.
Bagley or Grimes could hit, but Jared just under control even after grabbing the offensive rebounds. This is George, short on his three, tracked down by Champagny.
Without that, what's to stop opposing teams from stashing bigger players on him and surviving with the cushion?
George tied up by Council.
With 22 points, he's got a lot of seasoning on him. He's been around a while. Nice hezzy by George. Again, he can really shoot it. He got a little taste with Brooklyn a year ago, 7 games.
How does Kyshawn George finish against NBA contests? That question stood out from the onset of his Wizards tenure.
Can't get that one. Ball batted inside, and George can't get it to fall.
George looks to turn the corner, and Robinson with...
We witnessed him dig deep into the finesse realm post All-Star.
Kyshawn, layup good. Jazz tonight. Sheepway with 11 rebounds.
It's a non-pursuit. Blazers have picked up the defensive intensity to start this third quarter.
Yeah.
George swoops in with a left hand. I mean, that's
In the last 3 minutes. Kyshawn able to 30% at home.
It's not that difficult to envision George piecing the jumper, the handle, and the finishing craft all together. But the margins are so thin. Less style and more quote-unquote easy buckets would be closer to ideal. On the other side of the spectrum, George also dabbled with some big physicality takes. There were actually plenty of encouraging moments despite his lengthier build.
George is manipulating. Devastating to get to the line.
Kyshawn George goes inside, and Shaman does not like the call.
Up two of the Blazers. George handles into the paint.
Here he punishes the smaller Simons twice in a short span.
13-0 Blazer lead. George into the lane.
You can imagine a steep trajectory as he continues to improve his body. This track continued in preseason of year 2. Will it carry over into the regular season? We shall find out soon enough. But the fact that George was tinkering this much and adding to his game as a rookie is another sign that points to the underlying aspect that we discussed earlier, his feel. It means that he'll continue to evolve in ways that we don't necessarily expect, and I can't wait to follow it. The short mid-range proficiency is an area to monitor.
Kyshawn, that's a second.
The recent All-NBA teams are littered with guys who didn't come from the most pedigree, or had legit question marks on their scouting reports. Feel for the game transcends molds or barriers. Kyshawn's passing offers further glimpses into this.
From Toronto, Kyshawn George driving Koulibaly. You're in tight quarters, but you got to be able to recognize what's there for you. Another.
He's trying to slow down George. 21-year-olds down to Sar. Again hits the second free throw. So he's got 5 early here tonight.
solidifying his scoring rep will only widen the pockets. And the defensive positioning belongs in the gifted class. He really may just be one of those card counters.
Fans got to bring it on. Yeah, how cool is that? Talk to a lot of the fans.
Tip by Phillips to Vucevic. Buzelis drives, jump stop.
Next, it's about stamping his will.
I think he's been watching a lot of me and Kyle Anderson.
The D-cell? Yeah, Kalena said that's the D-cell move now. You've got that down. Looney on the roll. He was going to try to do a little tic-tac-toe to GP.
This is George.
He just does things on the court.
Pass over to Kyshawn. Corner three, laces it up.
While it can be costly to the Wizards right now, this activity will naturally iron itself out over time. I'd much rather have heirs of commission versus omission at this stage.
But it's about the discipline of running, right?
There are also inherent weaknesses to Kyshawn George's profile.
Hey, this guy is ready, aim, fire.
As versatile as he may seem, his lack of pure foot speed leaves him overtasked against twitchier players. Which is why I still like his long-term fit with Bilal Coulibaly, whose stock has seemingly reached an nadir. There were flashes of this defensive duo throughout the season.
Stop teasing me. I can change your life so easily. I keep begging you to stay, but you're leaving me. Leaving me. We got sticks in the club just legally. Got the whole 6 side, they believe in me.
More hip mobility and lower body strength should allow him to get in deeper stance.
Who's calling that? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit?
A deliberate nature on offense tends to have its costs as well. Does he really have no extra gear that he can use? It can't be stressed enough how much the ball needs to go in the basket for George. What if he never turns into a plus shooter? Much has changed over the past 2 years for DC basketball. The one constant has been losing. And yet, after a 15-win and 18-win season, there isn't currently much to look forward to from this deep rebuild. Even as an older rookie who didn't perform until the competition became milder, Kyshawn George is one of the few bright spots. Let's see what sophomore year has in store. Feel like I missed something? Any and all feedback is appreciated. Thanks for watching.